Hi everybody, it's Steve Sawyer. I just wanted to show you the finished book, The End of an Era. The 69 murals that I did at Addie's over a little over an 8-year period. Lovely foreword written by Joe Walters. And this is the signing page, just for signing. Some of these you will remember because a lot of you guys were there, and some of you who will be seeing it for the first time. All of these were done on a board that was a rough stucco wall painted black with a frame around it. The murals are on a board that's 5.5 foot tall by 7 foot wide. Each of the murals took me about 3 hours to do, sometimes 3.5. There's one particular one which I will show you in a little bit that I actually spent 2 days on. You see over here, these are the folks that were here that night. Many more, but these are the photos that we had. And whenever there was an artist that I found, I would put the QR code in and tell you about the artist. You could read about the artist whose lovely work I used as an inspiration for the mural. This was the owners of Addie's, Bruce and Linda Parker. I made them garden gnomes. It goes through month by month. We're in 2013. This is August. They were part of the Bourbon Trail. So every month or every year there were several times that I would have something devoted to the Bourbon Trail. This is based on a painting that Norman Rockwell did. And this, of course, so many people have played beer pong, so I decided to create bourbon pong, which is, of course, wrong on so many levels. This was July 4th, and I had the pleasure of having our friend Judy Bennett and Michelle Phillips of the Mamas and Papas came to have lunch with us that day. The logo I did for Addie's. Fall in Love. And you see over here, many nights, not every mural night, I would have all the guests that were there sign the mural. Now this fella here is Haddon Sundblom, and he is the Coca-Cola artist who is responsible for what we now think Santa Claus actually looks like. So I have a QR code so you can read about him. Derby Day. This one I did of George Washington. This one actually took about 10 hours. I did it on a Friday and Saturday night. That one horrified people when I wiped it off, because that's what I would do every month on the same board. I would wipe it off and start a new one. This is a group of people who were very often at the murals or wanted to support the book, and I included their picture in there also. Honoring friends, honoring memories, honoring legends. Honoring the Bourbon Trail again. Honoring the origin of bourbon. Outer space. You have to honor the frontier, right? Honoring Grandma. Honoring Christmas again. And friends. The New Year. This is honoring the Tuskegee Airmen. The fellow Ron Spriggs was there that night when I did W.C. Fields. And of course, Marilyn Monroe, George Washington. I put an earring in George's ear in the mural, and somebody didn't like that. They wiped it off a few days later. Cindy and Van and I went to see the solar eclipse, and this honors the solar eclipse. Bourbon drinks. Sir Alfred Munnings, my favorite equine artist of all time. I have a QR code for him. And on this page, these are actually Munnings paintings that I did copying his masterwork. Give thanks. That's a Thanksgiving mural. Another Christmas mural. Santa never gets to hold a Coca-Cola in my murals. A very, very cold winter. Finally, spring showed up. Off to the races again. Chief Ironnail, American history right there. A magnificent human being who ended up being the cover, or the likeness of which is on the Buffalo nickel, and many other things that he did. Thanksgiving and pumpkin pie. My sweet Cindy. Turned her into Mrs. Claus. And then this is the last. This was actually an unplanned mural because Bruce and Linda lost their lease at the Woodford Inn to have Addie's, and we had a spontaneous mural that night. It was a beautiful night. And this is a mini portfolio of things that I have done. Some of my murals, some of my portraits, some of my architectural work, some of my paintings from Art for God, some of my abstracts, a closing statement, and the back of the book, which looks as nice as the front. So thank you. There are a few of these left, so please go online to sawyermurals.com and get one of the few remaining books. Thank you. They're all signed and numbered. There are only 250.